Hello, I'm Veronica Dudo. Fashion retailer Express might be laying off as many as 161 New Jersey employees. The store is filing for bankruptcy and closing 7 stores across the state. The company expects the layoffs to be finalized on May 27th. A Hudson County man faces several charges after meeting a 13-year-old girl for sex. Authorities say the 24-year-old from North Bergen met her in a park and sexually assaulted her in a motel. He was arrested at his home in Hudson County by prosecutors. 2 more Rite Aid locations will be closing their doors in the coming weeks. One in Gloucester Township and another in Williamstown will be shutting down their pharmacies in May and closing their stores entirely in June. A Bloomfield clerk was recognized for her outstanding work. Louise Palagano received the Municipal Clerk of the Year award in Atlantic City. She was selected by the Executive Board of Municipal Clerks Association of New Jersey.
Good morning, New Jersey. I'm meteorologist Mike Favetta with your latest weather update here for the New Jersey Morning Show. Well, you saw the clouds move overhead. We'll talk more about the low visibility in just a minute, but you notice all the shades of green showing the cooler temperatures across the state. That will keep us in the cooler territory as long as these clouds are around. You can really see they cover most of the state with the exception of the extreme southwestern corner of New Jersey. All of this is due to that light easterly breeze pushing in a little bit of that cooler marine air from off the Atlantic. And it will give us a little bit of those sprinkles and showers earlier this morning. As far as temperatures go, it's chilly. Temperatures remain in the 50s across the state with all those clouds working in across New Jersey, even from up north there through Bergen County, 54 degrees, 55 along the Hudson, there toward Hackensack, Paramus, and right down the Hudson River, even over toward Morristown, 57 degrees. Central New Jersey also socked in with the clouds and low visibility, some fog as well this morning. Temperatures staying in the 50s, likely warming. Once this fog lifts later today into the afternoon, we spike into the upper 70s. So it will be a much warmer day. You can already see that where the sun is shining right now in Vineland, already at 60 degrees. This warming trend kind of puts a pause on for the weekend because it gets much chillier going into Saturday and Sunday, and that rain returns. We'll have all the details for you and let you know when that sun is back in a big way coming up with the 7-day forecast a little later on in the show.
Hello and welcome to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Cara Falco.
And I'm Mike Favetta. We're so glad you could join us today.
Absolutely. So there is a lot happening in the world of politics here in New Jersey, from the passing of a congressman to the trial of a sitting senator. And joining us now to talk about it all is host of New Jersey Politics, Laura Jones. Good morning, Laura.
Hey, good to see you both.
Always happy to have you on the show. Laura, let's start with the passing of Congressman Donald Payne Jr. He was laid to rest this week. What's his legacy in New Jersey?
Yeah, the passing of Congressman Payne, it's a real loss for the state of New Jersey. He was a real fixture in the state for so many years and left an incredible legacy behind. He is a tireless advocate for the people that he represented. He was all about improving access to education, healthcare, jobs, especially in urban communities that needed it so much. The guy's a real champion of civil rights, social justice, and he had a unique ability to bring people together and to find common ground, even during these really super partisan times. He wasn't afraid to work across the aisle to get things done for the people who he represented. So his passing, it's a big deal, but his legacy, it's going to live on. I mean, he left an incredible mark on the state. He inspired a lot of people to follow in his footsteps, and he's going to be deeply missed. But again, his impact, that's going to be felt for a long time.
Certainly, especially in that congressional district. And this is not the first kind of unexpected passing that we've had. Sheila Oliver last year, so it's kind of going on the heels of that. Just something that I guess we become kind of more accustomed to here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Now, Laura, on Sunday, New Jersey is hosting a Democratic debate in the 7th congressional seat between incumbent Congressman Rob Menendez, the son of Senator Bob Menendez, and Hoboken Mayor Ravi Bala. You, as the moderator, Laura, can you share what we can expect?
Oh, absolutely. It's shaping up to be a really heated debate. These guys, they are not afraid to trade barbs. So we have Hoboken Mayor Ravi Bala is attempting to link Senator Bob Menendez's son, to the corruption scandal involving his father. But again, there's been absolutely no evidence that the younger Menendez was involved. He's received actually a lot of support from most of New Jersey's congressional delegation. Now, the debates, what we're going to do is we're really focusing on the candidates' policy positions, their record of accomplishment, and fundamental differences. A lot of things they, really do agree upon. Again, Ravi Bala has accused Menendez of having his own ethical issues. Menendez's campaign is countering by just really highlighting his dedication to his constituent service and local issues. And again, despite that controversy, that cloud that's going to be hanging over his father, Congressman Rob Menendez, he remains really focused. He remains optimistic on his work and is staying active in Congress. So hopefully, the goal is to give voters a chance to directly compare the two candidates, make an informed decision in this staunchly a very, very Democratic district. I think where I'm going to have to really step in as moderator is these guys, they don't like each other and they are going to be going at it. So hopefully we'll be able to keep it respectful and they won't be speaking over each other, but it will no doubt be very, very spirited.
Looking forward to that, as always. And Laura, who else do you expect to be joining you on this debate?
Oh, okay. So we have Micah Rasmussen from the Rebovich Institute for New Jersey Politics at Rider University. He's one of the panelists. Also from the New Jersey Globe, we have David Wildstein, the editor of the New Jersey Globe, and Joey Fox, who is the congressional correspondent. So they are coming up with a number of questions across a spectrum of issues. And I will, again, my job is going to be kind of moderator to make sure I'm directing traffic, keeping that going. And then I have the ability to ask follow-up questions as well. So that's all coming together.
So Laura, when and where can we see this debate?
Sunday night at 8 o'clock. It's going to be streaming on New Jersey, ONNJ.com. It's on our app. It's on Roku. It's on Fire TV. It's going to be streaming across our social media platforms. Again, we're working with the New Jersey Globe and the Rebovich Institute for Politics at Rider, so it'll be streaming across their platform as well. But we want you to watch it on NewJersey.com or, again, across all of our social media platforms. That's 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and it is scheduled to be an hour debate. And then following that, we're going to have a post conversation with the panelists to talk a little bit more about what happened during that debate, where the candidates stood on issues. And again, we're really hoping that we get to a lot of the content and that they don't just continue to go after each other and attack each other.
Yeah, always. I don't envy you, Laura. That's a hard job at any point. Listen, Laura, before we let you go, the federal corruption trial of Senator Bob Menendez is starting on Monday. What can we expect to see from that next week?
So little moving pieces going on with that because it's a very high profile and contentious trial. Bob Menendez and his wife Nadine are facing bribery and conspiracy charges. The prosecutors are alleging they received cash, gold bars, and even that Mercedes in exchange for the senator using his political influence. Now, the trial was originally scheduled to start May 6th, but it was just pushed back to May 13th. Just was reading that myself. So apparently defense lawyers need some extra time to prepare given some of the late delivery of a number of paperwork, evidence, and witness statements presented by the prosecution. The judge, though, he is adamant about keeping things moving because any delays, we've got an election coming up, and Menendez has said, he wants to run as an independent, possibly run as an independent. That is my dog making some noise. My apologies there. Ruby is very excited about this debate. But again, the judge really wants to keep this trial on schedule and moving. So again, once this gets started, we're going to be seeing opening arguments, the prosecution laying out their case, saying that Menendez abused that power. Again, Menendez's team, they have maintained his innocence throughout this whole time, and they're confident that they're going to get him exonerated.
Now, Laura, you mentioned that there's a lot of twists and turns with this case. For instance, the delay. What is the craziest thing so far that you think has come out of this case?
What isn't crazy, right? This is
true.
New Jersey. You cannot write this for a movie script. So I think what has been the most really kind of surprising thing, although this was one of my questions in the beginning off the bat, because it's Bob Menendez and his wife. But it looks like Menendez's lawyers may, in essence, throw his wife under the bus, Nadine, to save himself, and to say, hey, listen, I don't know what my wife was doing. She was making conversations, having these things. I didn't know. My job is to, advocate for my constituents. So it's very interesting because they are going to be tried separately. And Nadine is very, very concerned she could serve prison time. So again, throwing her under the bus, that was one of the questions that I had in the very beginning. And a lot of people were saying, oh, no, he's not going to do that. Because right now she's actually battling some very significant health issues as well. But there is an argument to be made that Bob Menendez worked within the parameters of his job and his wife was doing certain things that were inappropriate. So we'll see how that plays out. But the two are being tried separately. Because of her health.
Interesting stuff, Laura. Definitely one to watch, and we always appreciate having you come on to keep us up to date and informed. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Interesting about that debate if Rob Menendez, the son of Bob Menendez, will have anything to say.
Yeah. That's a rough thing to try to distance yourself from, right? Because it's both his parents. It's not even like just one or the other. And whew, yeah.
All right, 8 p.m. this Sunday on NewJersey.com. We'll have the full debate for you. Cara, still to come, why doctors are taking the runway.
And Swifties, stay tuned for a very special guest.
New Jersey, we've got more summer wows under the sun than anyone. So come see what your wow's gonna be in the little state of New Jersey, where it's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lotta.
Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Cara Falco.
And I'm Mike Favetta. We're so glad you could join us today. Newark is on a journey to become a hub for manufacturing and technological innovation with the official opening of HAX. Here to explain is Chief Business Development Officer and Director of Marketing at Invest Newark, Emily Manns. Emily, welcome to the morning show.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. We're so happy you could join us. So what can you tell us about the opening of HAX and its significance for Newark?
Sure. So HAX is a global hard tech accelerator, and they engage in an international location search, and they chose Newark for their 35,000 square foot facility. And we were just so thrilled. They plan to invest 25 million in 100 companies by 2027. They have 30 companies there. And I really think our mayor, Rajay Baraka, said it best that HAX really saw the strong history of innovation and invention in our city, and some of the current assets like Port Newark, and made a really smart choice to locate here in Newark. And we're just here to really support them and those companies that are coming out of HAX, stay in Newark, and grow here.
Now, Emily, for those that don't know, the tech startup world, could be a bit of a confusing space for the average person. So tell us a little bit more about it. If you're a tech startup, do you start at an incubator and then work to an accelerator? And where does HAX fit in there?
Sure. So an accelerator is a unique model because it provides space and resources and mentorship, but also capital. And so HAX is part of a international investment firm, SOSV, that provides capital to startups in addition to all that mentorship and resources. We also have several incubators here in the city. We have Equal Space, we have VentureLink at NJIT. So we have that ecosystem as well, which is more space and mentorship, but HAX is unique because it has that capital that comes with it as well, and investment in these companies.
Very cool. So then can you tell us a little bit about Invest Newark and its mission?
Sure, certainly. So Invest Newark, we're the Economic Development Corporation for the city of Newark. And we work in 3 different areas. We provide access to high-speed, reliable internet service across the city, affordable internet service through our Newark Fiber initiative. We have our real estate team that works to develop affordable housing opportunities and homeownership through our Newark Land Bank. And the team that I lead, business development, is a team focused solely on supporting businesses that are here in Newark in their growth, helping businesses start up and helping businesses come and locate in Newark successfully.
That sounds great. So why is Newark becoming a manufacturing and technological hub, and how is that important to New Jersey?
Certainly. So, I love to kind of go back to history. Newark has an incredible manufacturing history. We're along the Passaic River. That's a big reason companies were coming here for a long time. We had inventors like Seth Boyden that actually the mayor mentioned in his speech at the ribbon cutting, who is, invented patent leather and like 12 other inventions. We had the birthplace of celluloid film here in Newark, which, jump-started the film industry. So there's this long history of innovation. We have manufacturers currently here in the city. One of the first things I did when HAX located here was bring one of their staff members to meet a current manufacturer in the city, Zago Manufacturing, so that they could make a connection with the local manufacturing base that is here. We found out at the ribbon cutting that HAX, another company at HAX, has connected with a garment manufacturer here in Newark, Union Wear, and is currently working closely with them. So we love the idea of those partnerships between these startup manufacturers, long-term standing manufacturers here in the city. And we think that, that kind of innovation being infused into our current manufacturing sector is going to be really important for the growth of the sector in the city. And then, of course, we have, one of the busiest ports in the nation, Port Newark here, in a global economy that's so important to have access to different markets and supplies, the supply chain. So we feel very confident in the growth of, manufacturing in the city, and particularly with this, technological angle, advanced manufacturing.
Absolutely fabulous stuff. Emily, where can folks go to learn more?
Sure, certainly. So you can come to our website, investnewark.org. You should also follow us on social media. We're sharing actually some great photos from the hacks ribbon cutting today on all of our accounts, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. And we really work hard here at Invest Newark to share the good news happening here in the city. Working with the city of Newark closely, we share their releases as well. So please come on, follow what's happening. We have just so many announcements, events, ribbon cuttings coming up that we'd love for you to be aware of.
Amazing. Emily, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cara. Thanks for having me.
Good stuff. Really interesting. And you wouldn't, I guess, think of Newark, or most people don't think of Newark as like this tech and manufacturing hub.
Mm-hmm. But really, especially down by NJIT, like she mentioned, the VentureLink area,
Right.
there are some very unique places where, these new ideas are fostered and they're born in Newark.
That's it. Good stuff. Well, we hope to see them succeed for sure. All right, guys, coming up, we are going to talk to the founder of Jersey Fest.
And later, why kids are entrenched with learning their sounds.
Summers in New Jersey were made to wow you. From sun and wows to fun and wows and every wow in between. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey. It's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey. Little state, lot of wow.
Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Mike Favetta along with Cara Falco. Rutgers University medical students have formed a jazz ensemble and an a cappella group to blend art and medicine as an innovative approach to healing.
Since its inception in 2008, the Vocal Cords Jazz Ensemble and a cappella group have provided a therapeutic outlet for medical students while fostering a sense of community and creativity.
And these medical students have extended their healing touch to the broader community, performing for patients at University Hospital, Rutgers, New Jersey's medical schools, and Principal Teaching Hospital, and the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey.
In their commitment to bridging the gap between medicine and music, these students are proving that healing comes in many forms, and sometimes it's as simple as a song. Take a look.
The connection between art and medicine, I think, kind of like emulates a mirror in that with how vulnerable we need to be with our patients and how vulnerable our patients are with us, we kind of need to be really in touch with our own feelings, our own experiences. And I think that's directly what art can serve the purpose of in this case, where you're coming in, especially with a jazz band or with a cappella, we're just coming in and expressing ourselves. Many of us come from different backgrounds, and so many of us have to reach back and feel where we're coming from, as well as simultaneously listening to those around us to connect. And I think that's exactly where the connection meets for medicine.
I love that. And I think it's so critical as we teach a new generation of doctors to really start to look at these kind of older approaches that are new again, if you will,
Sure.
things like music, like art, as forms of healing. And I love what he said about you really have to listen, because how often do people leave a doctor's office and go, I don't think that doctor was really listening to me. You know, they poo-pooed me, or they brushed me off, or they told me it was nothing. And, you know, it's time. It's time that, you know, doctors are kind of incorporating these things into their education.
Sure, and music therapy, is used in other areas as well. One of my friend's moms is a music teacher at a prison, and goes and has the weekly session with the inmates, and it's a way that's, you know, scientifically proven to help through therapy. So
Yeah.
music really is a way and a path. I think that that helps. Also in the news, St. Joseph's Health Foundation is launching its 14th annual Fashion with Compassion event, where 18 children and their doctors and health professionals will walk the runway. Here to tell us more is Director of Strategic Events, Tricia Paolucci. Tricia, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Cara. Thanks for having me.
We're so happy to
Yes.
have you. So tell us a little bit about the event. How did it get started?
Well, this event started 14 years ago to raise money for St. Joseph's Health Children's Hospital. It has subsequently grown to this major event with almost 500 people attending from all across New Jersey. We have wonderful sponsors, and it's really our signature event for the Children's Hospital to raise the much needed funds to support all of our programs, including our music therapy program, which we use in our Child Life program.
That's great to hear. So tell us, what are some of your favorite moments from the event, and what are you looking forward to this year?
So this year is bigger than and better than ever. First of all, we're going to start out on May 8th at the Rockley with a 1.5-hour cocktail party, which everybody loves. Greatly sponsored by Tito's. So anyone who partakes in a beverage from Tito's, it's complimentary. We also have an amazing raffle where our signature sponsor, Reno's Appliance, has donated a beautiful wine refrigerator fully stocked with 3 cases. We have 4 tickets to any home Giants game with a tailgate party provided by the Market Basket. And finally, the prize that everyone is interested in is a beautiful Dyson package with a styler, a straightener, a hair dryer. So there's fabulous raffles and prizes where people can participate and support the hospital. But
I was going to say, every one of those sounds amazing.
They are amazing. So our raffle is doing really well. And people can reach out to the foundation office if they want to purchase a ticket or come to the event. But really, the highlight of the evening is going to be our pediatric patients walking with their healthcare professionals, their doctors and their social workers, their clinicians. We have 18 children this year. It has grown from 9 children to 18 over the course of the past several years, and they come from all walks of life. We have a little girl who is now 6 years old. She was born at under 800 ounces.
Oof.
That's smaller than a can of beans. And she spent 4 months in our NICU, and she's walking the runway. She's in kindergarten, reads at a 3rd grade level.
Wow.
Each kid has an amazing story. We have another little boy who incurred a severe trauma injury to his eye, walked into our ED, and our chief of ophthalmology not only saved his eye, but he can see, he has vision. So each one of these children is connected to their physician, and they're all excited to participate.
That is incredible. And so why are events like this important?
So really, St. Joseph's Health is a provider of charity care. We do over $150 million a year in charity care. No one gets turned away at all. And this money really goes to support the programs that we have. We have 2 young men walking from our Binder Autism Center. That's completely funded through philanthropy. So, and as you know, April is Autism Awareness Month, and the largest population of children diagnosed with autism are in New Jersey. Very interesting fact. Yes.
Tricia, that is very interesting. So tell us, where can our viewers get involved and get more information?
Okay, so two places. Please visit our website, givetostjosephs.org, and that will take you right to our foundation website where you can click on events and find out everything that we're doing over the course of this year, but most specifically, Fashion with Compassion. And then if you'd like, you can also call our foundation office at 973-754-4483. We're happy to sell you a ticket. We're happy to sell you a raffle ticket. Or if you'd like to become more involved and even volunteer for our events, I welcome that as well.
All right, Tricia Paolucci, givetostjosephs.org. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and we hope to see everybody at this wonderful event Wednesday night, May 8th at the Rockley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cara, what a great event.
When she was talking about those kids, I was like, I got chills. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was possible, let alone that they're, well and walking this runway and reading at the level like she was saying. It was like, oh my gosh, what an incredible work.
That's what we love showing here on New Jersey, those inspiring stories that kind of get you motivated early on a Thursday morning. Well, Cara, up next, get ready to celebrate everything Jersey at Jersey Fest.
Absolutely. And later we take a look at a brand new children's series created right here in New Jersey.
New Jersey, we've got more summer wows under the sun than anyone. So come see what your wow's gonna be in the little state of New Jersey, where it's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lotta.
Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Cara Falco along with Mike Favetta, and Greetings from the Garden State is presenting Jersey Fest on May 18th, and here to tell us all about it is host and producer Mike Ham. Mike, good morning. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning. It's so great to be back. A little over a year, I think, from the last time I was on the morning show, but excited to talk about what we got going on with Jersey Fest.
And I'm sorry,
Mike,
I'm gonna jump over Mike Favetta really fast, just because, like you said, it has been just over a year, and I feel like we had you on, and the podcast was really just getting going, and all of a sudden, fast forward a year later, and you have this huge event going on. So congratulations to you.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. We've certainly come a long way in a year. We had different logos back then too, so I mean, this has been a whole trajectory of the show now.
So, Mike, Cara kind of touched on it, that you had you on about a year ago. Tell us about Jersey Fest and how it came about.
Sure. So Jersey Fest was something that I had always kind of been rolling around in my head as an idea. So obviously with Greetings from the Garden State, I basically travel the state, connect with the people, places, and stories that are shaping New Jersey. So we meet a lot of really cool, interesting people, whether it's hospitality, whether it's artists, whether it's people that run nonprofits. And I always had this idea of trying to bring as many people together that kind of have been a part of the show or supporters of the show or followers on our social media. We had a chance to interview Sean Seda from the Prudential Center this year. He's EVP of Entertainment. I didn't realize it at the time, but they essentially run White Eagle Hall in Jersey City, and we started talking about it. And I said, this is an idea that I had. They were really into it. So we kind of just started putting this thing together, and it's evolved. I mean, we announced it back in January. We're just over 2 weeks away. The closer we get, the more I realize that I have more things to do. But it's definitely taken over my life. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and will hopefully be the first of an annual thing with what we're doing with them.
That is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. What can people expect from the event? So you were talking about all the different people that you interview. So we walk in the door, and what are we going to see?
Well, if you get there early enough, so we'll shout out the New Jersey Lottery. The first 100 people that show up will get a $5 scratch off from the New Jersey Lottery. Our lineup is 5 amazing Jersey bands. So we have Natalie Farrell, Surfing for Daisy, Reese Van Riper, Jackson Pines, and the Vaughns. They'll all be on stage doing 30-minute sets over the course of the night. Doors are at 6, show starts at 7. Our bar is going to be exclusively Jersey stuff. So we have, I want to say 6 breweries participating, 1 distillery. We upstairs, Cellar 335, will be doing tastings for our VIP ticketed guests. Downstairs, we're most likely going to have Rutt's Hut and Johnny's Pork Roll and Coffee 2 selling food. So Rippers and Taylor Ham, Egg, and Cheeses. I don't know if you can get more Jersey than that. We're really trying to make it a full Jersey experience for everybody that comes, and just supporting local artists, local businesses. So that'll kind of be, and 150 people will also walk away with one of these bad boys too. 149 because I'm keeping this one, but we got a lot of things going on that night.
That is so cool. So it sounds like from top to bottom, it's just going to be a Jersey event through and through. So tell us, what does having an event to celebrate New Jersey mean to you personally?
Oh, that's a good question, Mike. I just got the chills a little bit. So it is something where I've been working on my show for about 2.5 years now, and a little over 2.5 years. And in that time, we've done so many cool things. We've grown it to a point where, like the New Jersey Lottery is our title sponsor for the show. We work with a lot of really cool people. This year, our guests have been incredible. But really to kind of take a show similar to what you guys do and make it a real life event and kind of bring together all these people that we've connected through over the last couple of years, get them in the same room, get them collaborating, get them working together, all that kind of stuff. I think to me, that's like what makes Jersey, is that there's a lot of different kinds of people that live here, but really when it comes down to it, there is that sense of Jersey pride and a sense of Garden State, like we're all about it. And getting everybody in the room that night is going to be really cool. I probably will be a blur for most of it. So thank God we have a lot of, photographers and videographers coming out so I could actually remember what happens that night. So
that is usually what happens at events like that. Yes.
Yeah.
you need that documentation.
For sure.
Mike, what do you hope, I want to know what you want to get out of this event and what you hope your viewers and listeners get out of it from attending.
So, I mean, I'm hoping to put on a good event just at that. That's what we're trying to do. This is the first. I mean, we've done some smaller events in the past, maybe like 100 people at a brewery, but this is going to be the first major event that we're doing. So obviously, I would like it to go well, without any hiccups. But we are working on a couple other things, which I'll have to come back on the morning show to talk about once we get closer to those. Because what I like to do with my show is actually traveling to our guests and going to visit all these different places and connecting and making real connections with people in different communities around the state. And so for this event, I'm hoping that the people that are there kind of get a glimpse into what I've been doing almost, and how much, getting a chance to like meet some bands that are, doing some really cool things around the state, meet some brewery owners, meet Jamie Knott, who's the chef and owner at Cellar 335. So all these different kinds of things, kind of bringing everybody together, and having that kind of community atmosphere, which is what I kind of live every day with the show, and going to visit all these places and kind of, making that a reality, and bringing it to life a little bit more.
Mike, it sounds incredible. One more time, where can we get more information and buy tickets?
So the landing page is the hub for the show. So that's greetingsfromthegardenstate.com/Jersey-Fest. It's a long one, but we are selling tickets on the White Eagle Hall website. You can go right there. It's whiteeaglehalljc.com. Find Jersey Fest May 18th. Like I said, doors are at 6, show starts at 7. Tickets are on sale right now. So it's $25 for general admission, $60 for VIP. You get a lot of cool perks with VIP. And then we are selling tickets at the door for $30. So save a couple bucks, get tickets now, and we'll all have some fun on May 18th.
All right, Mike Hamm, host and producer of Greetings from the Garden State. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Meg.
What a fun event.
He's so sweet, and I really love what he does with his podcast, because it literally is just that and it's his sense of curiosity, I think, that really gets me, where he's just like, we live in a cool place with a lot of cool people, and I want to go out there and meet them. And he just like packed up his gear and went one day.
And I think that kind of describes the Jersey personality. My wife, a born and bred Long Islander, was scrolling the other day on social and saw this little meme about people from New Jersey have a spark. And you immediately know that they're from New Jersey. There you go.
This is true. Can't argue with the truth. Well, still to come, we have another great event to talk about. There's a special fundraiser for all you Swifties out there. Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Cara Falco along with Mike Favetta. Well, Junganoo, A Herd of Sounds, is a brand new children's YouTube series, book, and app that teaches children to learn their sounds and to believe in themselves through fun, play, and puppets. And here to talk about it is its creator and licensed speech language pathologist, Esther Giordano, aka Miss Essie, who, by the way, happens to be mom to our producer, Caitlin Giordano. So Esther, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. So tell us about the series and where did you get the idea to make Junganoo?
So when I was working in the schools years ago, I had to pull the children out for speech therapy, and we had to teach them how to learn their sounds. And normally the way you would teach it is through drill therapy. It's just kind of rote, very boring type of therapy. I wasn't having fun. The children weren't having fun. So I decided to just make it a whole play-based adventure. And each sound was featured with a specific animal. So for instance, if we were learning the sound of S, we would use Miss Snake because snakes hiss when they say their S sound. We would use for the TH sound a frog because frogs stick their tongues out when they're eating flies. So the kids really got into this, and we started to move around the room, and we created songs and stories, and they started to learn their sounds. And I found that it was just such a great technique. And as I later evolved to focus more in early intervention, I started to really see that there was a very big wait list to get services in the early intervention system. So parents were very frustrated, and the parents that are already in the early intervention system with their children, they found it really difficult to follow through with some of the techniques that their service providers were giving them. And then the children that were exiting out of the early intervention system, some of them had to wait a few months to begin the school program, and parents were expressing that they were very nervous and they didn't know what activities to do for their children. So I decided to take the idea I had from this school of Junganoo and create a YouTube channel so that parents had some kind of an understanding of the techniques they could use and the play-based instruction they can give their children to learn their sounds, language development, storytelling, and just to have fun and bond and connect with their children.
That is so incredible, and it's so creative. So the Junganoo, then the YouTube channel, is it, excuse me, is it more geared towards the kids and learning the sounds, or is it intended for the parents to learn how to teach that to the kids?
It's actually both. Really, it's about engaging. I am talking one-on-one to the child. However, I'm modeling what should be done for parents or caregivers to provide for their children. So if we're teaching one sound, we're giving lots of different activities that help us to learn to say that sound or help us to use that sound, some theme-based activities. And so parents should really interact with the YouTube channel as well so that they can model that and play with their child, because really they are the ones that know their child best, and they're the best play partner for their child.
Now, as a speech language pathologist, how did you come to create this series? Tell us more about your professional history.
So I've been in the field for 28 years. I've worked in hospitals, schools, sensory gyms, private practice, and early intervention. My absolute love is early intervention. I love working with the babies and really giving them their voice. I have a special technique of DIR floor time approach, which is really about child-led play, where all play matters. So there's a lot of neurodiversity in play today, and we have to understand that any play is communication. And so I like to enhance that and lead them to adult-led play and child-led play. So we sort of combine the two so that we can come up with a real active way for children to participate in their learning process. So that's been my experience. I've been in early intervention for the 28 years. I've also done other fields, like I said, different venues of schools and sensory gyms, but early intervention has been where most of my focus has been.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. So, what does Junganu mean to you, and why is it important?
So when I was very young, my parents passed away, and it led to a very unstable childhood, and it really taught me that teachers have a really amazing impact on children. I had one teacher in particular, many teachers were wonderful, but one in particular really took me under his wing, and he just taught me about my self-worth, my self-love, and a sense of belonging is what he gave me. He gave me a family again, and I really want to pay it forward and be able to help the masses of children and give them their voice. And, unfortunately, there's 1 in 12 children in the United States that have a communication disorder, and of that, 10 to 15% of those children will have speech sound disorders. So I want to be able to help as many children as I can and help them the way I was helped from one teacher. So teachers really matter very much.
Esther Giordano, thank you so much. The website, junganu.com. You can find it on YouTube. Just want to know, we love working with your daughter. She's great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for you.
Really incredible stuff and really creative. I like that a lot. All right, guys, coming up next, Swifties get ready to meet New Jersey's hottest local cover band.
Summers in New Jersey were made to wow you. From sun and wows, to fun and wows, and every wow in between. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey. It's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey. Little state, lot of wow.
Welcome back. I'm Cara Falco along with Mike Favetta and Swifties. We've got the hottest new cover band in town. Tailor Made is a local trio who love to play music from none other than Taylor Swift. Joining us now is Nikki Nelson, lead singer of Tailor Made. Nikki, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nikki, tell us about your band. How did you get started?
So I grew up doing theater and, spent a couple years singing professionally in countries in Southeast Asia. And, when I moved to New York, I started working in marketing, but I also, was doing the cover band, bar scenes, weddings, things like that, which is where I met my guitar player and my drummer. And, but when I had a baby, the late nights at the bars and the weddings, it just kind of wasn't working for me anymore. And that was kind of around the time the Eras Tour was blowing up and pretty much becoming the biggest thing since sliced bread. And so I asked the guys, look, would you guys want to put together an acoustic trio and do all of Taylor Swift songs? And they said yes. And the rest is history. We do a lot of family-friendly fundraisers. We'll go to sing for kids at hospitals. We also do birthday parties. I'll dress up as Taylor Swift, and it's really fun. The kids get super into it. And we also do, we still do some bar shows and things like that for the older demographics. But, shows where I can be in bed by 8 are definitely more my speed these days with a toddler. So it's been a lot of fun.
I think that's, you know what? I hear you. Absolutely. So tell us about your upcoming event at Middlesex Sports Club.
Yeah, so Middlesex Sports Club, it's a philanthropic organization that does different fundraisers throughout the year for the community. And on May 19th at 2:00, we're doing a show at the Middlesex American Legion to support the Rescue Squad, which is all volunteer emergency medical services. It provides medical services for the residents of Middlesex and the surrounding communities. It's a really great organization, and there's going to be there's going to be the tribute show. I'm going to be dressed up as Taylor with the blonde wig and all the costumes. and we're going to do bracelet making, the friendship bracelet trading, and it's going to be really fun.
So tell us, what is it about Taylor Swift's music that sets it apart, and how do you capture that in your own music?
Oh gosh. I mean, I just think the writing is, she's such an amazing writer. And I think she's unique because she sort of spans across all generations. Her earlier stuff is, bigger in the younger demographics. But then, as as we've grown, as the Swifties have grown, her music's also grown, and we kind of grow with it. But and I have my daughter now listening to Taylor Swift all the time, and I hope she'll be a Swiftie, or she might be sick of it by then. But yeah, I just think kind of the writing, and she's just such a great artist, and we just like to capture that. Again, like I said, the kids just absolutely love it. I love having everybody sing along with me, and it's really fun.
It sounds incredible. So, Nikki, where can we learn more information about your upcoming event and the band? Say somebody wants to book you guys.
You could visit our Instagram page at Tailor Made Band NJ. Also, our tickets are on sale. I have a link up there on our Instagram, and you could visit Eventbrite for tickets and search Tailor Made, a tribute to Taylor Swift, and you can buy tickets there.
Incredible. Nikki, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Good stuff. You know what? A good cover band is good.
This is true, yeah. But like you mentioned, and she was explaining how the T-Swift movement is kind of sweeping across the country, and how it's so, and how she uses that in her music. The fact that Taylor can be so relatable to many ages, even to, my 3-year-old niece was singing it in the car the other day. She doesn't really know what she's singing, but it's just that catchy tune that I guess is wholesome for any age.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's cute that they play for the kids too. Absolutely. All right, guys, that does it for us today on the New Jersey Morning Show. Thank you so much for joining us live here on a Thursday morning. Don't forget you can catch us once again tomorrow morning. And we're live here every Thursday at 9 a.m. on ONNJ.com, also on your Roku and Fire TV. Have a great one.